I'm Dr. Yanni, owner and head coach at Oli Performance, and today I'm going to help you choose the right weightlifting shoe for you. So before we get started, there's two types of lifting shoes. The two main types are a cross-training shoe and a lifter. So I'm just going to talk about the difference between the two first, and then I'm going to show you some examples. So the cross-training shoe is designed to help you do both weight training and conditioning work. So weight training meaning some barbell lifting, training with free weights, and then conditioning meaning, running, cardio work, plyos, box jumps, that sort of thing. So that's what a cross-training shoe is really good for. Now, if you're solely just trying to lift weights, then the lifter is really what you'll be looking for. So I brought a couple of examples to show you the difference between the two and just kind of break down the differences and see what's right for you. So I'm going to start with the cross-training shoe. Now, this one here is the Reebok Nano. That's one of the versions of the Reebok Nano. It's a men's Reebok Nano. It's a cross-training shoe. So what you'll notice here with this shoe is it's rigid enough that it's got a really firm heel, rigid enough to help you weight lift, right? There's not a lot of instability in the shoe. So it's really firm and gives you a little bit of a heel lift here, which is going to be good for your lifts. But it's also, the reason why it's a cross-training shoe is it's also good if you want to do conditioning work, because it does have a little bit of bendiness to it. So there's a little bit of flexibility, especially from kind of the midfoot on. And that's going to allow you to run. It's going to allow you to, any type of plyometric box jump, any sort of that sort of thing. So this is the men's. Now, again, there's different shoes out there. This is just the Reebok's version of them. Now, another one that I have here. Now, that's the men's shoe. This is same idea, Reebok Nano, just the woman's shoe. But as you can see here, same idea. It's got that bendiness to it, but does have the rigid heel here that allows for some stability. Now, other companies also make them, so I'm not really going to get into the differences amongst different brands. So like the Reebok, Nike, Nobles. I'm just going to show you the ones that I have, the ones that I use, and also just kind of explain show you and explain kind of the differences between each. But I'm not really going to go get into the details of each exact brand. The last one that I do have to show you is going to be the Nike Metcon, right? So this is a Nike Metcon, similar idea, right? It's got that rigid heel. It also has that flexibility of being able to bend. That way you can get into your runs as well. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. Now, all of these shoes, this, and the women's version, they're all great for somebody like a CrossFitter or somebody who's doing both strength and conditioning. So anybody who's out there with their workouts being something that looks like squats, deadlifts, presses, and then also some running involved, some box jumps, that sort of thing. They're great for CrossFitters or anybody who does strength and conditioning work. Now, if you are solely an Olympic weightlifter like myself, then you're going to want to look into a lifter. So a lifter is, and I'm going to show you the version that I have. This is the Reebok Legacy. It's the one that they partnered with CJ Cummings, who happens to be my favorite lifter, or one of my favorite lifters, I should say. But what you'll notice about this shoe is there's really no, you can see here, there's really no bendiness to it. It's pretty rigid. That's the first big difference, right? Is that you're not really going to be running in these things because of how firm it is. The other thing you'll notice too is a lot heavier. So if you ever pick up one of these things versus one of these, this is a lot lighter, allows you to run in them. Even if you wanted to run in this, I don't think it would be a good idea just of how heavy these shoes are. So because it's so stable and sturdy, it's great for your Olympic lifts. It's great for your snatch, clean, and jerk. It's going to be great for squatting, deadlifting, but maybe not the best for running around, jumping, that sort of deal. The other main difference with this shoe is you can see how thick this heel is here. It's a much thicker angle of that heel. You won't see that as much with a shoe like this. But this one definitely, that's one thing that stands out a lot. Now, with that being said, there's obviously debate of how much of a heel lift should you want. Do you want to lift barefoot? You could get into debates all day. I personally like this. I believe in using lifter shoes. I think they're really beneficial. But that's what this one looks like, and that's kind of the breakdown between, a cross-training shoe and also a lifter. So again, cross training shoe, great for the CrossFitter, just like in the name. It's great for anybody who's doing strength and conditioning work all in the same time. And then the lifter's really more for, it's really more for somebody who does, power type of trade, powerlifting, Olympic lifting. And so that's the main breakdown of these shoes. At a later time, I could always, again, do one that's really more geared towards, differentiating the brands and all that such thing. But for right now, this is kind of the breakdown of the different shoes. This should be helpful in kind of choosing which one's right for you. And if this is helpful to you, definitely subscribe below from my channel. You can also head over to my Instagram page at Oli_PR Formance. I talk more about these sort of topics every day, so make sure to tune in.